guys, and welcome to the very first British Boutique Guitar Festival video, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Rosie on the sofa. Hi Rosie.
Hello.
It's lovely to have you here, and it's even more lovely to have your beautiful, beautiful acoustic guitars here.
Oh, well, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. And we've also got the lovely Mr. Leigh on guitar for me today. Rosie, tell us about your, first of all, about your company, how you got started, and what gives you all of the passion about guitars and acoustic guitars.
Big questions, big questions.
Big ones. Start with the big ones.
So I started building about 11 years ago. I went to an evening course in London, just part-time after work, once a week, and it kind of just snowballed and escalated from there. So that developed into doing some repair work on Denmark Street on Saturdays.
Wow.
That then snowballed into a part-time internship, which is when I went part-time with my job to do that.
Right.
That was 2 years in, and then that brought me to the point where I could start opening my shop and still working part-time, building my models, designing my models, starting to go to shows, starting to get a little bit more of a handle of where I was going with the potential business. And I think a couple of years into that again, then I could go full-time.
So these things snowball and they grow.
They grow, but yeah, it takes a little bit of determination and foresight to get there. But yeah, no, it's been a really good, incredible journey.
Well, I have to say, your journey has ended in some absolutely beautiful, beautiful looking guitars. What do you think, Leigh?
Yeah, I've only been playing it for a couple of minutes, but it's very nice.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Really nice neck.
The finishing is exquisite. You obviously have an incredible eye for detail and attention to detail. And also, you were saying to me earlier out in the tent that your husband does all the finishing as well.
It was something that he was interested in as well, and
Really?
I was kind of like, that's cool, you know.
You were lucky there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, and he's really into it, so it's kind of nice. We're obviously working together, but we're finding kind of our own specialisms within the business, which I think is helping.
Well, I have to say, he's also amazing at finishing, because looking at the finishes on these, they are absolutely glassy. Hopefully you can see that on this camera there. There we go. An absolutely beautiful glassy finish. They're just like looking in the mirror, actually.
Yeah, it's really shiny.
Really impressive.
I love the inlay work too.
Yeah, the inlays are absolutely gorgeous. See what it's like to play, Leigh. Beautiful,
very
beautiful.
Nice.
How does it feel to play?
It's just effortless, really.
Really?
Just really smooth, really almost like a soft feel. Like acoustics usually feel quite stiff.
Yeah. So the thing that struck me, and I don't know if it struck you guys as well, but the tonal range is incredibly balanced. It's got a very nice low end, but still zings out at the top end. So I think that's vital from an acoustic guitar, and I think that certainly tonally it sounds beautiful, really nice.
Very open sounding.
It looks incredibly nicely set up as well. There's a very low action on it.
Yeah,
that's like one of the most important things for me. I've gone through many iterations of figuring out neck angles, and it's all to do with like the right trajectory into the body, the height of the bridge, keeping the neck kind of steep, but means that if you get everything worked out, you can keep your strings nice and low, because I don't know if you often on acoustic guitars you find by the time you got to the 12th fret you're looking at like a 3mm action or something, and I'm just like, that's crazy to me. I want to get it, I try to get it to at least just below 2.
That's incredibly comfortable too. The neck sort of joint, because it's actually carved in. I don't really know how much of that is showing up on the camera.
Yeah, hopefully.
But typically an acoustic neck joint would stick out a lot more, so you can actually get quite high up there without too much bulk.
Yeah, really nice short heel there. Yeah, very nice. I love the finish on the back as well. Can you just show the back of the guitar as well? Because look, that lovely marquetry work through that. I take it as
so that's actually ebony binding with a mahogany trim to match the neck, and the wood on the back and sides is called Malaysian blackwood, so it's an ebony species, so it's quite heavy. but that helps kind of bring that really nice sustain and that ring that's
beautiful.
I suppose it is quite weighty for an acoustic. Just don't let me then.
That will show the back a little better. There you go.
Right, there we go.
So you can see this nice marquetry through the back, and that is absolutely beautiful. I love the volute, that nice little, let me get that in the shot as well, nice little simple volute on there, but it works, and very, very nice tuners as well.
Goto 510s, yeah.
510s, yeah. It's beautiful to play.
It really rings, you can hardly touch it, just silly to me.
Yeah. You can hear that, can't you?
Dig it a little more. It's nice. Okay, that's still coming through on the back.
That is absolutely glorious. That really is. Beautiful guitar.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it really does. Sounds absolutely beautiful, but more importantly, it is beautifully built as well. I think the finishing is just astounding. Lovely, lovely rounded fret ends, Rosie.
Thank you. Yeah,
they're nicely finished, and I love the addition of the plastic pickguard.
Yes.
Now I'm a big non-fan of pickguards on acoustics, but this will protect it, but you don't see it, and you don't. Well, you don't miss the wood. Then you can see the beautiful grain of the wood. So that's really, really important as well.
I love that there as well. Just that little detail.
Yeah. Tiny
movement in the binding there.
I call that a little rollover. So it just takes the edge off the arms where you get that red line after a couple of hours playing. Because it helps to ease that a little bit.
And what are the dot markers in the top there?
That's actually copper pipe.
I thought it was. Yeah. It looks. That's amazing. Great idea. We do have another. We have a cutaway version as well. Can we?
This is a slightly smaller model. So this is my Dreadnought, and also just to say that this is the first Dreadnought that we've ever built. This is a new model, so this is kind of like a bit of a launch for it. So it's kind of exciting as well because I just strung it up for the final time yesterday.
Yeah.
And so it's always nice when I get to hear somebody playing it for the first time. So that's an exciting note for that. But yeah, so this is my slightly smaller model, which is loosely based on what you call a grand auditorium. Yeah. So it's kind of got that Dreadnought length, but much tighter waist. So it's going to be a bit more of an articulated sound, a bit less. I wouldn't say that's, You say that's going to be slightly more articulate in the high end, but it's still got a beautiful resonance in the low end. That's really, really nice. And again, the detail on it is just outstanding. Look at the back of this headstock. Look, guys, that is absolutely beautiful. Is that maple? It is,
Flamed maple.
Flame maple.
Beautiful.
Definitely hear the extra articulation on the notes.
Definitely, yeah.
But it's still, like you said, it still has that nice sort of rounded low end. It's not as rounded as the other one because of the body shape. Yeah. But it's still like got a really full sound.
I'm with you on that, absolutely.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah. And those tuners are really cool too.
They are really nice, aren't they? What are
they're Schaller open gear. 18 to 1.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
This wood is actually an English wood, English grain black walnut.
Wow.
An English wood is something that I use, obviously these examples don't quite represent it, but I use a lot of English wood, and I have a model or a signature series that I call E-series where every part of the guitar is made out of English wood.
Wow. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful guitars. I have to say, I am very, very impressed by the finishing particularly, and the quality and attention to detail. Again, these frets are really, really nicely rolled over. The action is beautiful, and the access is really, really good. Even, I know this is a cutaway, so you get a little bit extra access with it in any case, but Really, really nice. What are the materials for the...
Cattle bone.
They're all cattle bone. And on both guitars?
Both guitars, yeah.
Beautiful. What are your next plans? What are your plans going forward?
Well, so I've got... my husband's going to be going full-time with me towards the end of the year. I've got an assistant working with me now, so that's kind of meaning that we're getting a few more guitars out the door, which obviously means more opportunities. I'm now working with some international dealers, they're called. So I have a dealer in Nashville in America.
Wow.
South Korea as well. We're establishing good relationships there. So it's all kind of going where it needs to, and we get most of the orders we take are direct. So working directly with the customer to build the custom, so they can choose their woods, the model size, things like that. We've got lots of orders ahead of us. So, you know, touch wood, it's all kind of going in the right direction.
Touch wood, yeah. Definitely. Oh, that is absolutely great, and I love the fact that it is grown and it's kind of family business as well. Very nice small boutique family business, which is lovely, and it's good that you've got international trade as well. Really, really impressive. Well, thank you so much for coming to the British Boutique Guitar Festival.
Oh, it's a pleasure to support something like this.
Oh, absolutely great to have you here, and really, really beautiful, beautiful instruments. So thank you for sharing those. Just before we go, I'd like to thank our main sponsor, David Dyke Luthier Supplies, for sponsoring the entire event. And as always, until I see you again, take good care.